Well, I'm on the farm today, and I got a new acquisition here on the farm, and I thought I'd show it to you. The wind is blowing like crazy up here. I thought I'd pull this thing inside and try to escape some of the wind, although I'm sure you can. Trust me, it's not as windy in here as it is out there. But what I've done here is I bought a trailer and actually got it from Tractor Supply, and this is a carry-on trailer, and I'm gonna kind of show it to you and maybe try to answer the question, is this a great trailer? So over the years, what me being hotshot engineer, I always try to have a reason for what I do. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not good at just taking a wild guess and shooting from the hip and it'll be okay and all that kind of stuff. And I always try to have a reason for what I do and why I do it. Even if it's wrong, I can at least, like with my supervisors or boss or whomever, I can justify. I can tell a story as to why I've done what I've done. And so I got a utility trailer that's perfect, but for what I'm going to use this trailer for, it does not deliver the mail, and I'll kind of go through that. First of all, this is a carry-on trailer, so these things are sold at Tractor Supply. I think Rural King may carry some of them. Lowe's. There are a lot of these trailers around here and everywhere I travel, and I see them in states being sold. They're just a lot of carry-on trailers, and probably safe to say a really mass-produced trailer. And so why this trailer instead of that one out there? So first of all, if you recall from some of my videos late last year, I picked up a John Deere garden tractor model X750, and on it it's got a 60-inch deck. And so I've got a tape measure here, and the deck is a little over 60 inches. It's probably, it's amazing how close the blades come to the edge of the deck. So without the plastic chute on it, the deck comes out to around, I want to say about 63 inches, something like that. So there's no way that John Deere was going to fit on that trailer out there. And moreover, the trailer that I keep pointing to out there, it's a 5x10, but moreover, it is a heavy duty trailer. I mean, that thing is stout. Hear that wind? So I hope you can hear me okay. Come back over here so I can get away from some of this wind. I pulled this trailer in here to try to escape some of it, even though I got big wide open doors on three sides. But so I can't be taking the deck off the John Deere and putting it on. It's too heavy, to maneuver around and take on and off. And I'm not getting any younger, so I wanted a trailer that I could just pull it up on with the deck and bring it out here to the farm. And so obviously a 5-foot wide trailer wasn't gonna do it. So this one is a little over 6 feet, and it's 8 feet long. And so my John Deere is it's not quite 7 feet long, but it fills up the trailer pretty good. And so I just wanted something that I could put that John Deere on and bring it out to the farm when I needed to. And we have a lot of grass mowing around here, more so now than probably we've ever had. And so that was the purpose of this trailer. But there's more to it than that. So my other trailer, being so heavy duty, it's got like 3,500 pound axles under it. It's got crazy heavy springs. It's got heavy frame and angle iron, going around the top. Everything about it is heavy duty. And when it's unloaded, or if it's lightly loaded and you go down the road, that thing bounces and jolts, and it's almost like it doesn't have springs. I know one time we loaded it up just with tents and sleeping bags and things like that, Coleman stoves. We were going camping, and I had a cooler in it, and I had a dozen eggs in that cooler, and we drove across a dirt road that had some washboard on it. And when we got to our campsite and was unloading everything, I think about 8 or 9 of the eggs were cracked from that other trailer jarring things so hard. I mean, I would hit a bump with that other trailer, and I would see the back tire of one of my garden tractors literally come up. I'm not sure that sometimes the whole thing didn't bounce up in the air. And so I wanted something that would ride a little smoother. And my dad had a utility trailer. It was 5 foot wide too. It's still around, but that thing was one of the most smooth riding trailers I've ever towed. And the other one that was really smooth is we've got an old Coleman pop-up camper, and it just I'm not so sure. If it wasn't for the wind, you could set a glass of water on it and go down the road at 50 miles an hour, and it wouldn't that water would stay on the top of that camper. So I was looking for something that wouldn't beat to death, not just the John Deere, but anything else I haul. So if I got a couch or a refrigerator, freezer, something like that, just wanted to be able to have a pleasant tow with it, not so violent like my other one. Now, in fairness to my other trailer, you load it down with firewood, oak firewood, it rides like a dream. You put a ton of fertilizer on it, which I do, it rides like a dream. No issues at all. So this trailer won't see that kind of duty. We'll probably haul some firewood on it, but that wind, that's why you see kicker wagons flipped over on this farm. And that's part of the reason why I made the roof so stout in this barn when we built it. But back to this trailer. And I'm probably going longer than I should, but it is what it is. So I wanted a trailer that was lighter weight, that rode smoother, that was wide enough for my John Deere. And then there's some other things that I was kind of interested in, and maybe I shouldn't be. One of them is, back in the day, you'd buy a Toyota or a Nissan truck, or you'd get a small car, and they might have 14-inch wheels, 13-inch wheels on them. And now, you buy cars and they got 18-inch. The tires have just gotten crazy. And I can remember back in the day, you could buy 4 tires, like a 13-inch tire, radials for your car or your truck for less than $100. And now a single tire, these big tires like would go on the back of that truck, they're over $100 a piece. Well, this the tires on this thing are 13-inch, And they're 6-ply, ST 175, 180, 13. I believe they're bias ply tires, but that's fine. They've got hubs on them like you would have on a boat, where you just pump them full of grease, and it's got this rubber thing on it. Evidently it works, because that's what's on my other trailer, and I've had that thing a long time. So wide enough for the John Deere, a smooth ride, not quite so heavy. And so what I'll do with this trailer is I'll haul my John Deere X750 up here on it, and then I'll back off of it, unhook the trailer, and I'll hook it onto the back of the John Deere, like sometimes when I'm kicking bales off that baler over there into my kicker wagons. If you've seen some of my videos, sometimes the bales go over the side. My accuracy is not great, and sometimes the luck of the bounce is not great. Now, I talked about mass produced, and you know, when you're selling into Lowe's and Home Depot, Rural King, and some of these other outfits, you know, you're not, I don't think you're building the premium trailer. You're trying to get as much trailer onto the parking lot at those places as you can for the least amount of money, so you can have as much margin in order to make money in the first place. And it shows up in this trailer. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and I'm not going to say these trailers are cheap, but the build on this one compared to my other one is in many ways is day and night. And so I'll give you some examples. So the latch mechanism here, it's just a little steel tab right there, and you know, they sell, this is just a small, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's just a small bracket, and they actually sell replacements for this in Tractor Supply, which tells me that these things break. The hinges for the tailgate, they're made so that the way I understand what I'm looking at, you can't take this tailgate off. And my brother's got a carry-on trailer, and he's had to he cut his hinges off and redid them so he could, you know, so he could take the tailgate off. Now maybe it'll fold down and lay flat, but sometimes that may not be desirable because you got these angles right here. And so I don't know that the fenders feel okay. The wiring, I'm just going to look down here, because when I look at this taillight assembly, and then I come over to this side, it looks like, and I'm sorry to be paranoid, but I've got my license plates covered. I don't know why, but there's already a broken wire, or a wire pulled loose from somewhere, so I guess I got to troubleshoot that and figure out what's going on. A brand new trailer. Now I bought this thing, so we're into May of 2024, and I bought this thing back in January. And so I did not want a 10-foot trailer. I wanted something small and light, and I wanted something that I could reasonably pull around with my John Deere rider, garden tractor out here on this farm. And I guess a lot of times I want what I want, and I don't really want to compromise and buy what everybody else wants me to buy. So I did not get a 10-foot trailer, and so When I went to buy this thing, they were Home Depot, Lowe's, Rural King. Nobody had a 6x8 trailer. Tractor Supply had them on their website, but from where we're at, probably within 150-mile radius, at least 100-mile radius, there were 2 trailers, and it appeared to me that they were going to be discontinued because they were heavily discounted. There was one to the north of us and one to the south of us, and they were heavily discounted, which indicated to me that Tractor Supply was getting rid of them. And you know, just a comment about Tractor Supply, I appreciate, you know, that they're around, and I buy some things in there. Mostly it's like tractor pins and nuts and bolts, but but they're not the cheapest place to do business with. And a lot of times when Tractor Supply runs something on sale, and this is my opinion, a lot of times the same item at Walmart on regular price at Walmart is lower price than Tractor Supply. But when Tractor Supply decides to get rid of something, they cut the price like crazy. And that's what they did on this trailer. So I took a day off from work, and my wife and I made a road trip with the Nissan right there, and we went and bought it. And so here it is. Just some more examples of, I don't want to say cheapness or quality, but I'm not sure the paint is all that great. And if you look at that weld right here, you know, this is not the greatest. I know it's hard to see with the sun, but this is not the greatest welding job. There's no kickstand on the bottom of that. Yeah, I have to put a piece of wood down to keep that thing from going into the ground. I don't know if you can see that or not. I do like this style latch. I like that. My other one's got some kind of collar that goes down over the ball. It is a 2-inch ball, but I prefer this. This cord right here is really, really long, so I have to wrap it around before it goes into the plug-in on the truck. I think the paint is pretty thin on these. I've seen reports online where people complain about, especially the fenders, just getting a lot of rust on them. So I'm not opposed to painting the fenders. I think it's got more marker lights than are required in Virginia. It's got some side marker lights here, and then in the very back there's a marker light right there. So when I see things like that on a utility trailer, I mean, it's hard enough to make the lights, your stop signal lights, work reliably long term. And so I don't know, I'll look up the regulations, but there may be a day when they quit working that they just come off. And you know, again, the wiring, pretty thin wire here. I'm sure it suffices. I'm not crazy about these connectors, but you know, I guess if somebody, a non-skilled labor is putting them on, maybe that's the easy button in manufacturing. I'm not crazy about a tubular frame. I haven't popped any of the caps off of this, but I got a feeling that this, I think it's 3-inch tube. Let's see here. That's probably 2.5. I'm looking at it upside down, but the tie downs are really these things right here. I mean, there's one right there, and there's one here in the back. I've got some upgrades I'm going to do to this trailer over time. I'll bring you along for some of those. But is a carry-on a great trailer? I can say this: for what I need, it checks the boxes. Really, every box, it checks the box. As far as hauling my John Deere and then using it with my John Deere. And then, is it a great trailer? Well, that remains to be seen. I'll come back and I'll do some reviews on it as the months go by and maybe even the years. So just thought I'd show you my latest acquisition, and hope you enjoyed the video. This one's a little bit longer than what I thought it was going to be, but I did want to kind of go over the trailer. It's a little over 6 foot wide, 8 feet long. Its main purpose is to haul a John Deere garden tractor that weighs 1,000 pounds. It's a pretty good match, and so I'm just going to kind of leave it right there. If you got a carry-on trailer, I'd be curious as to your thoughts and some of your experiences with it as time's gone by. I know some people hate them and some people love them. Like I said, this trailer checks the boxes for what I want. Long term, is it a good investment? I don't know how you can go wrong with a trailer. It's just a trailer, some steel and some wheels, but I did not want to spend a mint on a trailer. And so again, there'll be some upgrades, and I have some videos on this thing as time goes. And so again, I'll just leave it right here. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, and from the hay barn here on the hay farm, carry on utility trailer. We'll talk to you later.